I do apologize, but we are not starting off this video in the best of ways. Why? Well, because we got a series of things to talk about. And the first thing is nothing but utterly disgusting, unless of course it's your thing. As you can see right now, Reddit is literally talking about Paul's mother. As you can see, he's come out to say that my mom is getting verified on here. That being only what? To live stream with him. So his mom is going to get verified to be on the only, yeah. And she's going to be live streaming with her son. Lord knows what they're going to get up to. Because some people are into that jazz. Hopefully it's nothing crazy, hopefully it's nothing explicit in any type of form, and hopefully it's just a conversation. But even that, to be honest with you, even if he sat there having a live stream and he's only and having a conversation about intimacy stuff with his, oh my goodness gracious me. What does the world come to? I mean, listen, when OnlyFans was made in the first place, I was like, what is the world coming to? And then after that, we've seen an abundance of very interesting people join OnlyF because they want that quick buck. Or not only do they want the quick buck, but they also want people to pay to make them feel good about themselves. But this is the thing, in my opinion, when it comes to that site, some people do it because they purely just want the cash, but some people also do it because they want the attention. They want to feel as if people actually want to pay them. So therefore, it makes them feel good. Because where they have slow self-esteem, where they're so insecure, they need that validation. That's why you get people on social media going there all the time, like Jasmine has to show her physique all the time because she wants validation from the audience to let her know that she's in shape. You know what I mean? Either way though, if Paul, his mom, is your kind of flavor, please never return to my channel. That's all I want to say about that one. But now we're going to move on to the next one. Now this one here is regarding Liz. Now we know that Liz was a part of the most recent season of The Single Life. But it seems to me as if apparently this is the last time, or The Single Life is the last time we're ever going to see Liz again. Now this was reported by somebody on ZIG, Luke Jew 69. Why does it have to be 69 for you? Dirty man, unless that's just my mind. But either way, as you can see, this post here that came out, there you go, says official. TLC has completely ended its partnership with Liz Woods and ex-boyfriend Villa after The Single Life. Now the interesting part about this is where a lot of us may think, I don't know if this is true because Liz has been a part of the show forever and they never let go of anybody that is a recurring person that's happy to come there, and always, as long as that person is a yes person to the network. Now the only thing that I can think of that could result to these two both being removed, well, here's the thing. This reason for me is only good enough for Villa to be removed, not necessarily both of them. But we know that he was recently arrested and he also has a criminal record. So that is something alone could make sense why maybe they've parted ways with him, even though they've had many people in the past also arrested and still be a part of the show. But hey, it is what it is. They will be picky because that's what they do. The network is a funky place. But either way though, what would be the actual reason for Liz to no longer be on 90 Day? Why would they cut their partnership with her? That's what I want to know. And that's something that I've been struggling to find. Did a little research here and there after seeing this post and I just couldn't see a goddamn thing anyway. But if you know something that I don't know, please do feel free to let us know in the comment section about that, you know what I mean? But either way though, the question remains though, are you happy that Liz Woods will no longer be coming back to 90 Day Fiance, despite the fact that I know you lovely folks have got a list of so many other people who you would prefer to not come back to 90 Day Fiance? And trust me, that list is long. And I can imagine, in the spirit of talking about Liz Woods, one of those names that come to light to never return would be Big Annoying. Yes, that's what I call him these days. But with that being said, though, we're also going to move on to another piece of information. And this one here is quite interesting. So as you know, from time to time, sometimes we have the Instagram account done by Shibu.com, and they will come up with some very interesting information, speculation, rumors leading up to something. Well, this is a new one that has come out. Allegedly, as it says on the side here, here's the latest exclusive tea. Razvan wasn't the only person that was booted off 90 Day Hunt for Love. Okay, season 2 taping in Puerto Rico. I'd love to go to Puerto Rico. Have you ever been to Puerto Rico before? If you have, let me know. What's it like? And also, Do you want to buy me a ticket to go to Puerto Rico and give me accommodation? Anyway, let's continue. There was a new cast member named Landon that allegedly spewed a racial slur. Interesting, because from my understanding, Razvan also got booted off for the same thing, a racial slur, it was either a racial slur or a confrontation that he had with Jamal. Either way, though, very, very interesting, because it seems to me as if racial people that clearly have the ability to be racist are becoming quite common on the 90-day world these days, which is quite unfortunate. Recently, we had it with Burkhan. Remember him? Now, let's continue. I was told it was the N-word, and it was said more than once. Allegedly, production tried to salvage Langdon being on the show after a several-day investigation, but those involved and other cast members weren't having it, and ultimately Langdon was sent home. Listen, I'm glad that obviously this guy was sent home, you know what I mean, given the fact that this information clearly seems to be true based on the fact that there was investigation. Now, of course, information that we have is all alleged, because obviously nothing has been confirmed as of right now, but with the alleged information itself in particular, if they have done a very good investigation, which sounds like they have, I'm glad that obviously they removed somebody that shouldn't be on the show, that's obviously doing things that they shouldn't be doing. But it still doesn't mean that I've forgotten about the whole situation with Burkhan and Laura. It still annoys me that when it came to Burkhan and Laura, with the fact that he came out to be racist multiple times by saying the N-word multiple times, they still did not remove him and Laura from the show. And I say Laura's name because not because she was in the relationship with Burkhan, but more because she even defended his behavior in the comment section. I won't ever forget that. But then the other day I see her posting a whole video or something like that with this black guy, like, but they were doing like some kind of chef thing. I was like, brother, do you not know who you're in the room with? You're in the room with someone that likes to advocate for racists. She may not ever say anything racist in general herself, but she advocated for one. Are you okay in the head? But either way though, it's just the way this unfortunate world works. Now we're going to move on to something else, and this one here is all about Mido. Mido right now has definitely been sending people crazy, especially after the most recent episode where I came out to say that, is it just me, but does he not give off gay vibes? And I said to every single one of it, for me, I have the worst gay radar of all time. Probably not of all time, but I just know it's not that great. So when I notice something, it has to be true. But upon saying that, I've noticed speculation has now started, and everyone in the comment section on that video that I made started talking about it, but not just there, but now all on Reddit, and the list goes on and on and on. Either way though, now I know that I was onto something. But let's talk about Mido. Two things are happening right now with this man. First things first, people are reflecting on exactly what went down in the most recent episode with him and Debbie. So as you can see, this person says, about time she realizes that he's all about his Hollywood career and not her at all. I mean, honestly, the fact that she hasn't recognized that he's not into her at all is just wild. But anyway, the only thing he cares about is making it in Hollywood, something that we know he will never ever do. Not because he's talentless, but because nobody ever does from 90 Day Fiance. Natalie's been trying for years and she's more talented than this dude. But anyway, we'll continue. He's already talking about moving there, as if he's got money in his pocket. And he just got the US, he just got us less the, what? Oh yes, and he just got to the US less than 24 hours ago. He needs to cut, she needs to cut him loose and send him back home. His delusions of making it in Hollywood is getting out of hand. Update. So I just finished watching the episode. This guy is effing toddler. She needs to get rid of him now. I mean, listen, I agree. She needs to get rid of him now. But unfortunately, people like Debbie are the kind of people that feel like, well, I've got a man that is younger than me. He's probably better looking than every man I've been with before. He's giving me attention. And basically, I have no choice in this life because my options are definitely not great. So unfortunately, her standards have dropped, and also her self-esteem has dropped. And her having any type of boundaries, any type of morals, out of the window. The maddest thing about it is we know that Debbie has got a daughter, okay? Even though her daughter is obviously a fully grown adult at this point, either way though, she still needs to recognize that she's not role modeling a very good thing around her daughter regardless. Do you see what I'm saying? By allowing herself to bring a man from another country that she known for a certain amount of time, and a man that has only ever drained her from her for her money. Yeah. And only ever ghosted her time and time again because he just didn't feel like talking to her because he was too busy doing X, Y, Z. Either way though, is Debbie the kind of person that we're going to see throughout this season that is going to evolve and is going to show us that she actually has a backbone? And by the end of this season, is she the kind of person that's going to prove that she has the ability to knock him out? Not knock him out as you knock him out. My bad. No, that's not the phrase. But she has the ability to like get a backbone to the point she's gonna be like, you know what? See you later, motherfucker. Yeah. You know, I feel like I'm losing my point, but I know my point. But you get my point, right? You know what I mean? Like by the end of the season, we just hope that she's gonna have a brain cell to realize that this man ain't shiz and she needs to bounce. Basically, yeah. But yeah, knock the ball out of the ballpark. I think they call it. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, but that's not just the only tea regarding Mido himself in particular. Whew. Mido has been accused of also talking to himself with fake accounts. But as you can see in this screenshot here, there's obviously this account that's coming in by saying you are always amazing, you constantly help others, you are consistently good-hearted, hardworking and sincere even when you get angry. You remain unique, my true friends, and I stand by you. For we know that none of this is real. It is merely for entertainment and amusements. We love you, Mido. And as you can see, he responds. Ironically, this person has exactly the same last name as him. But also, when you go to the account, this person's account has literally just been made. So that's why people are obviously under the influence that this man is out here trying to do damage control to his appearance on 90 Day Fiance right now by clearly making a fake account and making fake comments about himself. And it's crazy because really and truly, how would anyone know all of this about him from like 1 or 2 episodes? You see what I'm saying? And also, this person does come in by saying he's so cringe and such a loser. He's really entertaining for the show, but he's obviously scamming Debbie. And she seems to know it, but ignores it, which is so annoying. The scene of him throwing a fit was hilarious and shows how much he's using her. And also shows her how much she's desperate for him to stick around, regardless of how he is going to treat her and regardless of how he has treated her. Bear in mind, folks, remember, before he flew to America, she had booked a flight for him, paid, what is it, about 2K, I don't know, something for the ticket. He then decides to completely go ghost and then tells her, hey, I can't make that flight, you need to rebook it for another time. And then she had to end up paying an extra, what, $3,000 or $4,000 or something like that? I don't know, but it was something ridiculous. And she still paid it for this clown. Oh my days. Yeah. I definitely don't have much hope for her to turn things around this season and show us that she's got a backbone, to be honest with you. She has shown herself to be so gullible, so naive, so stupid. Ah, man. People in this world, they just don't make any sense. But anyway, with that being said, we're now going to move on to something a bit more positive. Okay, now, as you know, Pedro just finished the last season, or the most recent season of The Single Life. The season that he went into hoping to find a romance with Sophie, but unfortunately, him and Sophie just could not get along for many differences. Some of us may sit there and say it was predominantly Sophie's fault, and then some of us may sit there and say it was predominantly Pedro's delusion. I mean, why? Well, look at it this way. Some people may say it was Sophie's fault because, well, she was leading him on, even though she honestly told him from the very beginning that she wasn't looking to rush anything right now, where Pedro then decided to completely ignore that instruction and still try to push things forward. So much to the point that Sophie ended up going on dates, and her going on dates definitely pushed Pedro over the edge in the end for him to recognize that this woman really just wasn't into him like that, and she still wanted to enjoy her life. So really and truly, it's a case of where Sophie did tell him, but he just didn't listen. But there are other things that happened throughout the season that are a bit Either way, though, we know that the season ended with Pedro debuting his new woman. That is what we know. And not only did he end the season by debuting his new woman, but Sophie also confirmed that she had a new man as well. But Pedro has shown us that him and his new woman are still together and still having a great time. As you can see, he says a very special announcement. We're going to Hawaii to live moments that stay in our soul, to collect sunsets and to celebrate life together. Aloha, here we come. I mean, I wouldn't really call it a special announcement personally. It's just a vacation, it's just a holiday you're going on. Do you know what I mean? A special announcement is more like we went away, we had a great time, and I decided to pop the question. Or special announcement, we went away, and guess what? We're pregnant. Something like that. To say that, oh, we're going to Hawaii. Damn. Well, in that case, folks, I've got a special announcement too. After this video, I'm going to go to the gym. Isn't that great? Special announcement. Yay. Then after that, I'm going to eat some food. But you know what though? In all positive spirits, the main thing is that he's happy, he's over the moon. Obviously, him and his girl obviously having a great time. So it's always good to see people, despite what we think of that person, it's always good to see people obviously in a better place. Now, with that being said, we're now going to move on to the next and the last piece of tea for today. Now, for some of you may have already seen this because I uploaded this on my YouTube Shorts, but Shekinah came out to say a few things. And the things that she came out to say was regarding everything that went down with her and the name went blank in my head. I don't know what. Thais. Yes, I also say Thais. I've been told it's called now. Yes, Thais. Tyrese without the Y. Anyway, so she can't explain the whole situation, but then Kenny has come out to have a response to everything that Shekinah had to say. So we're going to dive into what Kenny had to say first, what Shekinah had to say in response to him, and then I'll play the video of what she said in the video originally as well. So as you can see here, this is the video in question, where Kenny comes out by saying, "Hi Shekinah, after seeing this post, it made me look, and I happened to notice you unfollowed me. Am I being petty now? We had multiple friendly conversations on our first tour together when I stuck up for you, when everybody was after you, including multiple times on social media defending you. What gives? Did I hurt your feelings somehow? Was it when you confronted me in person about a joke I said on Pillow Talk? I'd like to make it right." So Kenny obviously decided to come in and, get a little bit smart with this whole, when someone unfollows me, must be a big deal. Well, she kind of decided to respond, and she said, "Hi, Kenny. Yes, I unfollowed you after hearing some things you said about me on Pillow Talk that stung." Why do people go on a TV show and then get upset when people say things about them? It's gonna happen, but it's different though, isn't it? Because he's a fellow cast member, so he shouldn't be doing that to me. You know what? People are so soft in this world, so soft. And let's be real, they get paid to go on Pillow Talk to talk. Let him do what he's gonna do, and that's talk. And to be fair, whatever he said on Pillow Talk may have continued to allow you to stay relevant. So technically, he may have actually done you a favor. But anyway, we continue. She also continues by saying, "I know my appearance isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I didn't expect those comments coming from you since we have a good rapport. Or I thought we did. No hard feelings, but that's my reasons." No hard feelings. Clearly there was hard feelings because you got upset about him saying a few things about you on a TV show. The same show that you're on. Hello? And also, let's not act as if you don't say things about other cast members that they may also find offensive. This whole thing, just imagine, folks, we are living in 2026 and unfollowing people is something that becomes an issue. Unfollowing people means, I've got to express it. Unfollowing people means I've got to confront you. Listen, on a daily basis, I will have people subscribe and I'll have people unsubscribe. Then I'll have people that will let me know that they have subscribed, which I always love to hear, to know that I've got a new person that's joined us here on our journey. But then sometimes I will get people say, "Oh, I don't like you today, so I'm gonna unsubscribe," make an announcement like it's a freaking airport. I mean, so what? But hey, I'm not gonna track that person and say, "Hey, by the way, so you unsubscribed, right? But why though? Like, tell me why." No, but when you told me why you unsubscribed, I didn't like it. It hurt my feelings. Like, I need you, man. Just come back. It's like me doing the same thing on social media. You know what I mean? Some people follow me and some unfollow me. Bro, why do you unfollow me for? Why? Like, come on, get over it. If somebody just decides to follow you, great. If somebody decides to unfollow you, great. It is what it is. People are entitled to their feelings, but the fact that people take it so personal is what it is. Listen, if somebody unfollowed me or that I knew personally, listen, it's a blessing in disguise, because all you're telling me is that I don't need you in my life, because clearly there's something about you and I that isn't clicking. Whether I'm in the wrong or whether you're in the wrong, it is what it is. Let's just go our separate ways, because it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But hey, we're living in a world now where unfollowing becomes so personal, and also making a comment on a TV show becomes so personal. So don't go on TV then if you're soft. But then also Kenny comes in and he responds, and he makes one hell of a freaking long response. He says, "Shekinah, when you asked me in person about this past fall, and I explained anything on Pit Talk is in fun and not mean-spirited, you were very open about stuff you had done, so it's surprising you took offense to a harmless joke." Imagine a joke as well, a joke. "I said, please don't take it so personal. We have been on this receiving end of Pillow Talk humor, so I thought we were good, and you never said a word about unfollowing me." This unfollowing stuff is so sad. Anyway, I'm so sorry, guys. Let me continue. "When we talk so much about being upset, with someone unfollowing you seems kind off. In any case, if you look back at our interactions on here, I have done nothing but be supportive of you. Even when another cast member called you the plastics. I'm sure that was I've got her face in my head, but I can't get her name. Statler. She's the one that called them plastics. I remember that one. I reached out to you and stood up for you. I even reached out to the LA Fires to check in on you guys. That is great, to be fair. LA Fires, that was good too, you guys. So it seems a little quick to action to delete someone, but it's all good. Just look within the next time when calling others as well as you wishing the best. Listen, at the end of the day, you know, some people may say Kenny should probably stay quiet, and some people may say Kenny made a very good points. But let me play this video anyway for you folks, in case you haven't seen it on YouTube Shorts just yet.
So watching this episode, I can see how petty I seem. I mean, it just seems petty, you know, like I'm saying, oh my God, you unfollowed me. I'm so bent out of shape over it. That wasn't the case at all. Like that wasn't the main issue. The main issue was that her and I had had extensive conversations online. It wasn't just one or two DMs.
And Kenny just said that you and Kenny also had extensive conversations, but you still got offended by him saying a joke.
It was like a lot. I'm going to show you. So you can see here, this is Thaisa's Instagram. She messaged me about skincare. She messaged me about makeup. She wanted to know she showed me about her skin, tell me what I should use. I'm breaking out, all of this stuff. She said, I told her, you know, the different products that she could start incorporating into her routine that would help her. I spent a lot of time sourcing links, taking pictures. She said thank you. She was appreciative. She asked me more questions. You can see it was a lot of text messages. She even asked me, you know, she saw that I got a Labubu for my daughter. She asked, you know, is it real? Where can I get one for my...
Again, just to remind you, literally, what Kenny was saying is what she's saying here. So she's been a massive hypocrite. Like he said, they've had multiple conversations. So what's your point? Hypocritical.
My daughter. So we had a lot of conversations. So when I was scrolling on Instagram one day and I saw that Instagram suggested that I follow her, that raised a lot of questions.
My apologies. I didn't look any further. I was curious to see if there's anything else that was said by Shekinah here. Kenny, it wasn't a one-off joke. When I saw it happen, I told you to your face it hurt me. Then I saw it repeatedly after that. Not just about me, but Sarpa too. So I followed because your post reminded me of those you made. Interesting. So she's saying it happened more than the one time. And then oh damn, I do apologize. I didn't realize that this thread was this long. Let's dive in. But to be fair, the video is getting boring. I ain't gonna lie to you. She just went, oh. Anyway, she just basically proving Kenny right, but let's see what Kenny says to that response. He said, I have not posted about you, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. Also, when we talked, you did not say you were hurt. You just said that you said something about my face on Pillow Talk, and I told not to take it personal. It's not mean-spirited and only a Pillow Talk jab or joke. You never acted as if you were hurt to me, and we went about our day and worked together. No clue you felt otherwise. Again, view our history. It's surprising more so after you have issues with someone unfollowing you. Again, we have all been on the receiving end of Pillow Talk jokes and have been more than thick-skinned. And to be fair, I would say like the jokes that they make on Pillow Talk are really minor compared to the things that people say online. If you can handle the online sticks, then why can't you handle all the Pillow Talk nonsense? Oh, Jesus Christ. And I do apologize for my reading here, but it's just too many words here for me. I hate reading. Anyway, again, we have all been on the receiving end of Pillow Talk jokes. You have to be more thick-skinned and be able to lord it yourself. I do agree with that one. I crack into myself on Pillow Talk, calling me old, my hair, my voice. I would never be so upset on a comedy roast type show, and I have viewed you also crack in people. Exactly. We need to not take ourselves serious So seriously, especially looks, this is above my pay grade, so I am bowing out. All the best moving forward. You know, I'm glad he freaking bowed out, because boy, the conversation just didn't need to go any further, did it now? But I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video here and still keep looking to see if there's any more comments from Shekinah. So let's see if she responded.
Questions in my mind, because in my mind, I already followed her and she already followed me back. And that's, we were having conversations. So to see that it was suggesting that I follow her lets you know that you and her don't follow each other. And it made me wonder what I did to make her want to unfollow me and also remove me as a follower. So those are multiple steps are involved in each of those things. So it doesn't just happen by chance. So my main goal in approaching her was to find out if I did something that upset her. That's what I wanted to know, because if I did, then I wanted to make it right.
So why didn't you make things right with Kenny then?
So that was my intent behind the whole entire thing. I don't really care about a follower. I have over 2,200.
Oh, be quiet. Oh, I don't really care about a follower. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Well, listen, as far as I'm concerned, obviously, Kenny definitely, called around her BS for being a massive hypocrite. That's the moral of the story, isn't it, folks? Absolutely moral of the story there. At least that's how I viewed it anyway. But honestly, the fact that we live in this sort of following and unfollowing, upsetting people is crazy. And the fact that she gets upset with somebody saying something about it on Pillow Talk, which is crazy because she's also been in it probably herself. And also she would know that you get paid to just make Pillow Talk look entertaining. And also on top of that, it was a joke. Get over it. Like, you're married to a guy that makes a living out of making a joke out of you. So what are you talking about? Either way though, yeah. Listen, at first I was like, you know what, but don't get me wrong though, when it comes to the situation between Shekinah and Thais, and I'm pretty sure she said Thais as well. Anyway, Thais, I will say this, when it comes to the situation between them two, I will say that I still do believe that Shekinah is more in the right than Thais. But when it comes to this situation between her and Kenny destroyed her. My humble opinion. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hype the video. And also do the best thing that you can do to have a great day. Thank you so much for your time.